Hello guys, and welcome to the White Rabbit Trading Channel. Before we begin, please take a moment to read the disclaimer below. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor and everything here is for educational purposes only. And if you find this analysis helpful, please consider subscribing to the channel and turning on notifications. Your support helps me create more content like this. Let's get 1K subs. Alright, let's dive in. Hello everyone and welcome back. Today, I want to talk about Bitcoin's recent bounce from the mid-range. It slightly front-ran the range's point of control, along with other confluences in that area. For now, it's hovering just below the value area high, which has shifted slightly since last time. I'm waiting to see how this plays out. If Bitcoin can push above the previous highs and close there, it would be bullish. Until then, there's still a chance of rejection or at least some extended ranging. Now, I want to share a possible scenario I'm watching, which might or might not happen, but it's worth noting as confluence if it does. We've talked about range timing, where highs often form around day 9 to day 12, and lows around day 9 to day 14. We just saw a low formed on day 14 again. It's not fully confirmed yet because we need a break in structure, but the timing adds confluence. We're now on day 9, with day 12 landing at the end of the month. If price doesn't break to either side decisively, it could just keep ranging until it forms the weekly high. Essentially, it could hover here, moving sideways into the end of the month. The reason I'm mentioning this is that lows usually form around day 9 to day 14. Of course, it can happen earlier or later, but for now, we see these periods repeating. That gives us a window from day 9 to day 14, specifically, from around February 5th to the 10th. Looking at monthly statistics, and by the way, I'll make a video about new levels at the end of the month, we can see that in an uptrend, the average low forms around day 5.5, and overall it's around day 8. This lines up well with my range timing window. Of course, this is just an average. Sometimes, the low forms after 2 weeks, and if we get an instant pump in the first few days, there's not much we can do about that. But if that doesn't happen, we have this potential timing to watch. So, I'm keeping an eye on how price behaves in this range and looking for signs as we enter this time window. If Bitcoin stays in this range and then breaks down near the monthly open, I'll watch time and price action carefully to see if there's a chance to position myself. Locally, in terms of potential setups, I look at the lower time frames for signs of weakness or strength at key levels. We've had a few trade opportunities, but now I'm watching the next levels, the previous weekly equilibrium, which is an order block and breaker with liquidity. If price rises further and hits those levels, I'll look for local structure changes to get involved, best case, targeting the range's point of control. If there's no reaction there, Bitcoin has more liquidity slightly higher that might produce a potential swing failure pattern. This is where timing comes into play again. If Monday was indeed the low, then we don't want to see a new low form until next week. Basically, that would mean we either keep ranging or move up. I could be wrong, but that's just what the data is suggesting, and I'm piecing it all together. Of course, there could be unexpected news causing high volatility, so even if I'm targeting higher or lower levels, I still rely on local support and resistance levels and market structure for entry setups. The next time price comes down, I'll first look at the reaction around the point of control and see if any extra liquidity gets swept. I'll check lower time frames and higher time frames there. Ideally, I'd like to see it reclaim previous levels and test them as support. The same applies if it goes lower. That would be my local bearish scenario, potentially revisiting the range lows. For now, I'm focusing on local setups, with other levels as potential targets or areas to observe for timing. Let's see how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. That's it for today's update. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. I'll keep you updated as the market develops. Until then, trade safe, and I'll see you in the next one.